World. How is everybody doing today, actually? Because it's a new day and I'm up early because I do that sometimes. I just decide I'm going to stay up and do some things that I've been wanting to do, needed to get done. So I thought I would just drop in since I didn't drop in on Sunday because I had a great weekend, and I'll share a little bit of that. And then I'm going to talk about a few things that I thought I was just thinking about, and it's about jealousy. And I titled this one, Jealousy is a Beast, and it is. It can stop you from thriving if you allow it. So again, hello world. This is the Mad Black Woman, motivated and determined. That's what my MAD is all about, my MAD, because I am motivated and determined. And it's all about elevation. So I'm Louise Hicks, the host of Aim to Purpose Spiritual Empowerment Hour. This is my podcast that I usually come in on every Sunday. It's actually now Wednesday morning. And I just decided to talk a little bit about jealousy is a beast. And it's all about keeping our 3 C's when you see yourself involved in that jealousy environment or atmosphere. And those 3 C's are about confidence, courage, and commitment. Because when you have confidence, you have the courage, you have that commitment to envision and to stay focused on what you have envisioned for your best life. And we should always be striving to live our best life. And one of the ways to do that is to love yourself first. So I brought some little goodies here. And this says love, because we need to love ourselves. And if you love yourself, you can be able to love others and be able to be a better communicator, because we do have some problems with communicating sometimes. We're unable to express ourselves. But once you have that confidence, you have that commitment, and you have that courage, and you love yourself, you can move your life forward and you can thrive. You can elevate yourself. You can have that intellectual knowledge base that will help you to thrive and elevate yourself. And along with that, I have a few more that I want to talk about. And this one, believe. When you believe in yourself, there is no limit on what you can do with your talents. And I encourage everyone to utilize those talents, to become an entrepreneur, to invest in you. Because if you don't invest in you, who will? And some of the things that we have an issue with, many of us, is not believing in ourselves. And who else will believe in you if you don't believe in yourself? Because you have the talent, you have the capability, but how are you putting it into action? That's so important. And that brings up my next visual here, which is never stop dreaming. Because if you never stop dreaming, you can reach your goal. You can do anything that's within your talents and your capability. However, what comes with never stop dreaming is action. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you aren't applying it, and if you're not putting it in action, you're not going to elevate yourself and meet those goals that you have set out for yourself. Write it down, put it on paper, create a plan for yourself to help yourself elevate. You elevate you, the you. Use your GPS, that God-powered system, And that internal trainer, there's something within you to help you to recognize and realize and stay focused on your dream, your vision. Because like I said, jealousy is a beast, and you find out who your friends are when you start elevating yourself. And when you do that, if your friends choose to leave you, let them go. Stop holding on to toxicity, because that's what a lot of us do. We will hold on to toxic behaviors, and that can slow you down. It can stop you from your dream, your vision, and living your best life. And stop looking to someone else to validate you. I remember I used to watch Oprah quite a bit, and she would always say, people are looking to just be validated. Why are you looking for someone else to validate you? The fact that you were born, that gives you the validation that you need. The fact that you're here, you just need to find your purpose, define your purpose, and refine your purpose. And I always talk about aim to purpose. It's about aspiration, inspiration, motivation, edification, and determination. And when you have those components and you combine the elements of vision, hope, faith, knowledge, and action, you will see yourself being elevated. And that's what we should be looking forward to. And that brings me to my next visual, which is this one here. Always be the one to create your own destiny. Create your own destiny, because you have the capability. There are opportunities out here that you can use to elevate yourself. It's within you. And I call that IT factor, the internal trainer. Use that internal trainer, because those are your instincts. And when you use those instincts, you cannot go wrong, because your instincts will tell you, it will give you hints of what you need to do and how you need to go about it to meet your desires of your heart. So always be the one to create your own destiny. You have the power to do it. So you just have to look forward to creating it. And don't let that beast stop you. That beast I call jealousy, because there's a lot of that out here. And people you think are your friends are not always your friends. So you have to recognize and realize who your true friends are, because everybody that surrounds themselves around you, they're not always your friend. I found that out myself. It's sometimes they are there as opportunists just to use you, and you have to recognize that. Use your intuition, your instincts, because usually that internal trainer will help you to define. Don't let anybody tell you what you can't do. I remember my grandmother used to always tell us, take that word can't out of your vocabulary. And don't allow fear to come into your vision, because when that fear sets in, it can be a setback for you. So don't allow anybody to tell you, and this is the last one, they told me I couldn't, that's why I did. They told me I couldn't, and that's why I did. And I know there's been times when each one of us has had someone to tell you, you can't do this, you can't do that. And I'm going to tell you a quick little story, and I'm not going to be in here long, because I just wanted to talk about jealousy and how we can use our own self, inner self, that God-powered spirit. That's the system within you, your GPS. And use your courage. Be confident. and be committed to whatever that vision is that's going to definitely elevate you in a positive way. But you have to take that action. And I said I was going to tell you a little quick story. I recall when my son, my oldest son, Kenan Mason, who has his own podcast, The Kinetic Hour. So go to his channel and subscribe. And by all means, go to my channel, aimed, AIMED, the number 2, Purpose Radio. That's aimed, AIMED, the number 2, Purpose Radio. And subscribe, because there's lots of content that can help you to elevate yourself. And when I started this podcast, I started it in order to help to elevate my people, Black people, because I believe in charity starting at home. And as Black people, we have to learn how to come together, unify, work together, help to hone each other's skills, because that's so important within our community. And there's lots going on out here, the inappropriate behaviors and everything. Stay away from people like that, because if they aren't willing to elevate themselves, you can't carry the load of everybody. You have to carry the load of those who are willing and able to utilize their talents, their skills to move forward in life, to become successful. Utilize those talents. Figure out what your purpose is. Because I was, when my son Kenan was in he was in junior high school. And I recall the teachers, and that's one thing quickly on education. He had this Black teacher, and that was so disturbing to me, because I had gone out to the school to discuss his grades and everything, because I knew my son's capability. I knew he was able to do the work, put in the time in order to live his best life as he moved forward in his life. And this teacher felt that he was doing fine, and he wasn't. And that's one of the reasons we need our own educational institutions. And this was a Black teacher. However, it was not in a Black school setting like what I went through. I went through an all Black school back in the 60s, 50s and 60s. And I feel that I had a better education than some of these kids now who are going through this white educational system, because we're not getting our needs met in these institutions. That's why it's so vital that we know our history, learn our history, teach our children, train our children. And this was a Black teacher who was telling me my son was doing fine, and I knew that he had the potential to do better. So with that said, I told the teacher, I said, no. And that's what we have to do. We have to challenge this educational system until we can start our own institutions. And that's what I look forward to. We need to get our children out of these schools that aren't geared toward educating our children so that they can have a successful future. They can become entrepreneurs, because that's what we need. We need more Black entrepreneurs. So that's so vital. So again, I'm Louise Hicks. I'm the host of this podcast, Aim to Purpose Spiritual Empowerment Hour. I come in usually every Sunday. And today I decided to come in because I didn't come Sunday because I had gone to the game. We had an awesome time at the Classic with Grambling State University and Prairie View. And of course, this time around, Grambling won. And I was so excited because I was born in Louisiana, left right out of high school, and went to California State University. I have a bachelor's degree in social work. I do coaching. I do motivational speaking. I'm working now on a webinar that I'm going to be putting on. Hopefully I'll get it done this year, if not sometime early next year, where I want to talk to single Black women as well as single Black mothers, because economically, intellectually, spiritually, emotionally, just all kinds of ways that we can use to elevate ourselves in those areas. And believe me, we need that. So we're going to talk about some of those things, how to elevate ourselves spiritually, emotionally, mentally, socially, physically, intellectually, economically, all of those attributes. We have to learn how to save ourselves because nobody is going to save us. And as Black women, we really need to work together so that we can unify and elevate one another and sharpen each other's tools. So let's look forward to doing that. And it's going to be a free webinar that I'm going to put on, and I'm going to probably have a few more people. And with that said, again, go to my YouTube channel, AIMED, AIMED, the number 2, Purpose Radio. Subscribe, give it a thumbs up, leave your comments. Also, this on Facebook, Lou Hicks, there's lots of content out there because I go live on Facebook every week. And I upload, I'm in the process of uploading many of those live Facebook on my YouTube channel. And I'm an author as well. And I'm looking forward to this weekend because I'm going to have a special guest on my show, Kenneth Everett. And this is going to be a very informative show. It's going to be at 4 o'clock Sunday Central Time, and that would be a couple of hours prior. So if it's 4 o'clock Central Time, it would be 2 o'clock Pacific Time and 5 o'clock Eastern Time. So 2 Pacific, 4 Central, and 5 Eastern. And my guest is going to be a mathematician here in Texas by the name of Kenneth Everett. And you need to bring your children to this particular episode because it's going to be about teaching your children algebra at a young age, starting at the age of 3. This is what he does. And I just want you to be involved in it. I don't want to miss anything about him because this is an opportunity to introduce your children at an early age so that they can do those STEM, the scientific elevation of your children, the STEM. So he will be teaching algebra and it's free. That's the beauty of it all because he wants to see us thrive and elevate. And to have your child to learn algebra starting at the age of 3, that's a great age because and it's a great opportunity to come in and listen to this gentleman who is a mathematician, and he is just elevating children, starting them at the age of 3 of learning algebra. And when I heard him speak about this at the Life Management Group a couple of weeks ago over in Dallas, I was excited. So I asked him, would he come on my show? He has a podcast as well, and he will tell you you'll learn more about him on Sunday. So please come and join us on Facebook Live on Sunday. I'm looking forward to it. And again, his name is Kenneth Everett, and he introduces a solid foundation at the age of 3 on algebra to children that age. They're learning. And that's so important because this STEM is one of the things right now that's really, really becoming a great topic because we have to learn our math. We need to learn that. And we have to learn about technology because technology, AI, is taking over. So we need to learn about technology as well. So I'm sure you all are familiar with that STEM program that's being elevated all over the place right now. And our children really need to be involved in it because we need to learn those things. We have to know our math. That's so important when you learn to know these things from an early age, because that's how we become entrepreneurs. We move forward. We're learning at such an early age. And with that said, I'm going to close because it's pretty late, but I just decided to come on and chat a bit about jealousy, how it is a beast, and how we must keep, again, our confidence, our courage, and our commitment. And look within. You don't have to have anybody to validate you. Validate yourself. You came here validated. The fact that you were born. And I just wanted to repeat that because a lot of us have that fear factor, and fear will hold you back. And I want to just mention this scripture is 2 Timothy 1:7 that tells us God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. So let's use that to elevate ourselves. And I look forward to this Sunday again when I have the mathematician Kenneth Everett on the show at 4 o'clock Central, 2 o'clock Pacific, and 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Please have your children to join the show because they need to learn math, and he starts early with them, 3 years of age. That's a great age to start teaching our children not only about math, but they need to learn about themselves, learn about our history. We have to start early because we're tired of taking crumbs. We don't need these government crumbs. We have to save ourselves and work together. And with that said, I want to always remind you that your power lies within you. Let it loose because your destiny is your command. And just remember these little visions that I gave you. Love. I gave you love yourself. I gave you believe. You must believe in yourself. That's so important. If you don't, who else will? You must never stop dreaming, but you have to put those dreams into action. That's so important. And always be the one to create your own destiny. Always create your own destiny. Don't allow anybody to define who you are or our history. Nobody can. Nobody else allows you to define their history or who they are. So just keep that in mind. And this one, they told me I couldn't. That's why I did. So always be a doer. Don't just be a talker. Be a doer. So let this be a daily guide for you and just go through these on a daily basis because it gives you the courage, the confidence, and the commitment to stay focused to your vision and to stay aimed to your purpose with aspiration, inspiration, motivation, edification, and determination. And with those said, you will have the vision, the hope, the faith, the knowledge to take that action that is needed. Because remember, your power lies within you. Let it loose because your destiny is your command. And again, I'm Louise Hicks, the host of Aimed to Purpose Spiritual Empowerment Hour, my YouTube channel. Please go and subscribe. Aimed, AIMED, the number 2, Purpose Radio. Give it a thumbs up, share this video with others to help them to elevate themselves as well, because we all need encouragement from one another to sharpen each other's tools. So have a great day, have a great week, and I will see you Sunday with my special guest, mathematician Kenneth Everett, who starts off with them young at the age of 3. So bye-bye for now and much love. Thank you all for joining me. See you Sunday.